It's time to beat the clock. Lights of Broadway, sights of Broadway, sounds of Broadway all around. And there above shines the name Sylvania, pioneering light, sight, and sound. Finer products, better products, tested quality. Made for you by Sylvania, pioneer for half a century. Beat the clock, brought by Sylvania. Beat the clock to entertain you. It's time to play Beat the Clock.
And now, here is America's #1 clock watcher, Bud Collyer.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Beat the Clock, the show where you can have the time of your life playing against time for big-time prizes. Now, we have to re-meet some very charming people from last week. Hi there. How are you again? Nice to see you. Mr. and Mrs. Walter
Kane.
Is that it? Walter, how you feel?
Well, a little nervous now.
Been practicing at home, have you?
Just a little bit,
Get the beer can and everything?
Yeah.
You did. Well, we're not going to keep you waiting for too long. I do want to explain, of course, that our bonus stunt tonight is worth $500, strictly a bonus. And if anybody doesn't get it tonight, it adds $100 each week until it's done. Last week, the man almost got it, but he didn't, so it's worth $500 tonight. And whenever the bell happens to ring for the bonus, whoever happens to beat our microphones at that time are the ones who get a chance at it. It might be you, might be anybody else this evening. We don't know in advance. So, let's see how well you balanced yourself now, Walter. For the $100 clock, do you want to take your coat off or leave it on? Hang it right on that hook there, if you will. Hey, dig that crazy lining, will you? How about that? How about that? Wow. I don't wonder you took that out. That'd throw anybody off balance, Walter. Come on over here, if you will, and I'll show our audience again that here is a beer can right there. You see, on top of which there is a cigarette pack and a pack of matches. Now, I'm going to place the beer can down there, the matches there, the cigarettes there, the matches there. Is that about the way you had it when you practiced? You want it any other way, or is that about right?
That's all right.
Okay. Now, his problem was he knows, so you want to move it a little better. Oh, you want to reverse. You practice them on the other side. I'll tell you what, one other change I'd like to make. Okay. Now, we've got that all cleared away. You have to balance yourself on one foot, and the moment your other foot comes off the floor, I'll wait till you're ready, and then I'll say go. At that moment, you are to bend down, pick up the matches and the cigarettes, stand up again, remove a cigarette from the pack, put it in your mouth, take a match out, strike the match, light the cigarette, we'll stop the clock, and you'll beat the clock.
Do I have to stand all the way up again?
Well, you have to stand pretty nearly all. You don't have to straighten all the way. Have you figured out a method, you mean?
Well, just a little bit. It's easier for me. See, I've got such a long way to go up and down.
I see. Well, how far back do you want to come on the return trip?
Just up a little ways. I'll keep my hands away from the floor.
Oh, you will?
Yeah.
Well, all right. All right, that's the deal, boy. That's the deal. Let's take a look over your shoulder and see how many seconds you have. 45 seconds. Good luck to you, boy. Get up on the can, and you tell me when to say when. You tell me when you're all set.
Okay.
All set. Ready? Go. Get there. Oh, wait a minute. Whoop, whoop. Now, that foot's not. Now, don't be nervous, boy. Yeah. Remember how you practiced it at home.
It's a lot different here.
It is? What's the matter with it? What's the difference?
Well, you got so many people looking at you.
Oh, don't. Turn the other way. All right, Walter?
Okay.
Okay, set. Get the foot up. Get the foot up so I can say go. Get it up. Go. Now, take it up. Pick the pack up. That's it, boy. Whoop, 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 whoop. Get that foot off. Watch that foot. Watch that foot. Get the matches up. All right, stop the clock. Wait a minute. Man alive, I'm telling you. You don't want him to have to take it. I need the match for you.
All right, Walter. That's really especially good. I don't smoke, you see.
You don't smoke?
No.
Would you care to try that again?
No.
You'd rather not,
No,
oh?
I don't like it.
Boy, you've had a rough week at home, haven't you?
Yes.
Has it cut your wind at all?
No, that's pretty bad.
Still
anyway.
all right. Well, your problem now
The beer
is...
did, though.
Oh, the beer did, I see. Well, you're going to move up to the $200 clock in just a second. Incidentally, in case any of you folks are out at you better run off stage. We got something to get you ready for, incidentally. I don't know where that copy is. I should have had a copy of Look magazine here because if you go out to your newsstand, there's a Look magazine, the new... that's it. Let me have it. I'll just hand it right over here. That's the idea. I'll reach over here and get it. Has a picture of Roxanne on the cover, the current issue of it. You might want to get it and read it and see all about Roxanne and the latest fashions. Also, incidentally, while you are out there at your newsstand, be sure you leave somebody home because your bell may be ringing or somebody may be knocking at your door. I guess you know what I mean. Community Chest is having its current annual drive right now. And I guess I don't have to tell you the good that the Community Chest does and the things, the activities that it supports in your community and mine. The Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the Red Cross, all these wonderful things, to name just a very, very few. So this year, when they come around, try to give just a little more than you did last year because it's an awfully worthwhile thing, okay? All right, here's our fella, all set and raring to go. And I'll tell you what this is. We have a little theory that, you know the old thing of 2 heads are better than 1? We have figured out that 4 heads are better than 1. So I tell you what, I think you better take your glasses off and just leave them here, if you will. Just don't want you to... Come on over here, if you will, both of you with me, and we'll see what we mean by 4 heads are better than 1. Let's bring out our 4 heads are better than 1 gimmick, shall we? There we are. Isn't that wonderful? How about that? Now, if you folks will just sort of, when this comes to a stop, step right up here with me. Hey, I thought I said 4 heads. Do you mind lending us your head? Would you go around and back there and just sort of kneel down on that little cushion? And Betty, I think, has a shower cap for you. And then we want you to put you'll be the 4th head. Isn't that fun that way?
Never get a chance like this.
What do you think's going to happen?
Something drastic.
Something drastic. She thinks something drastic. You feel all right, don't you, Walt? Everything all right?
Fine.
Okay, boy. Are you comfortable?
Oh, yeah.
You look just grand. Now, tell you what I want you to do. When I say go, I want you to start in and wind up by knocking all 3 of those heads off. We'll leave your husband's head there. These heads are all loose, as you see. They will knock right off this thing, and that's all you have to do is knock them off. 1, 2, 3. Now, how do you knock them off? Well, I'll tell you. If you'll bring her right back down there, please, Madeline. I'll carry these 2 along. Go ahead. I've got them. Right back here, standing back of this line, and when I say go, you take one of these sparklets. You know how to work these? No. You aim it like that. See, there's the little spigot that the stuff comes out. You press down on this, and whipped cream comes out the spigot. Now, all you got to do is knock 1, 2, 3 heads off. We'll stop the clock, and you'll beat the clock. You get the idea? Let's take a look at the clock, see how many seconds you have. 45 seconds. Are you ready? Go. Get it down on the head. Spray it hard there. Come on. Spray it hard. All right, try the top. Get a fresh one. Here's a fresh one for you. Okay. All right, try that one now. Come on. Aim it. Aim it. There goes one. All right, that one over there. Come on. That goes another. Try this one over here. Oh, wait a minute. Get a fresh load here. Fresh load. Try that one now. Come on. Here we go. That's the idea. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Wait right there. Will you just a minute, please? You step, be very careful you don't slip. I think you and your husband ought to have a picture together. You stand right alongside him there. Roxanne, come out with one of your Sylvania Super Flash bulbs. Blue dot for sure shot. All right, we got a picture now for you, and you come over here with me. What was the idea of waving that stuff up and down his face even after you're all through?
I don't get a chance like that every day.
Oh, you don't? I see. You've been thinking about that for a long time. Well, now it comes your opportunity to try for our jackpot clock. All right, if you just step right over here, please, down at the far end. Okay. Now, in back of this curtain is our famous magnetic board. In back of it are all the words of a famous saying or quotation held to that board by magnetism, but they're all out of order. Now, you can unscramble them, and so they spell out from left to right the sentence or quotation we're after in 20 seconds from the time I say go. You ready? Open the curtain. Go. Okay, stop the clock. Jack of all trades, master of none is right. And you beat my jackpot clock. Okay, well, now you've beaten the jackpot clock, Miss Kane, so while your husband is still getting cleaned up backstage, let's see what you've won. Just take a look over here.
Mr. and Mrs. Kane, your prize is Sylvania's exquisite console, the Montclair, with genuine hand-rubbed mahogany inlay doors. Large 21-inch movie-clear television with surrounding halo light for the greatest viewing comfort in all television. The Montclair is outstanding in performance and design. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Kane. You have just won Sylvania's jackpot prize.
My congratulations to you, too, Miss Kane. I certainly enjoyed having you with you. You'll find your husband backstage all cleaned up. Do you want to carry his coat? And maybe he'll just follow you off. I don't know with that line. And there's his glasses. Good night. Roxanne, who are our next contestants?
Ooh, long way.
But I'd like you to meet Mr. and Mrs. Kurt Ackerman from Chicago, Illinois.
My goodness, now wait a minute here. Do I understand they have a boy and a girl?
That's right.
You have a boy and a girl. Well, will you get one of your Roxanne dolls? and also a little something that's a special surprise for you. You're going to hear more about this later. Here's one of our, for your little girl, and there's a kit back there, or should be. We'll get it for you backstage if it isn't there. Here it is, right here. Yes, there it is, right there. You take one of those along with you, too. This is our Buck Rogers Space Ranger kit. You're going to find out about that very shortly, okay? Oh, hey! Bill Shipley, what's happening around here?
Buck!
Whee, boy, what a trip that was. Put me down gently, Bill. Hey, what we did to you. Ah, man, I bet you wouldn't want your Navy associates to see you now, would you, Kurt, huh?
2 more stripes and I'll have this, folks.
2 more stripes and you'll have it. Well, that's fair enough. Would you both come over here with me, and I'll show you very quickly just exactly why we put you in that outfit. All right. Now, if you want to stand over next to your wife, Kurt, do you mind? Now, would you put your hands in the side pockets of the trousers in each case? Now, you watch your husband. Now, he's doing the right thing. That's exactly it. Using that, you have sort of a catch thing. You see, reach out. You could, you know, grab my hand between your hands and things like that. That's the idea. Now, there are 4 beach balls around. There are 2 behind you. There are 2 up there in front of you. Now, working together, helping each other all you can, I want you to pick up all 4 beach balls and be holding them off the ground. I don't care if you're doing it together, if you're doing it separately, or how you do it. But just get all 4 off. Now, you can't have them between your legs. And incidentally, you can't put any down inside these big babies. What's the matter, Karen? Were you thinking of that? I was afraid of that. You can't do that. But in any event, see what you do to get all 4 up to beat our $100 clock. Take a look at how many seconds you have. Clock says 55. Are you ready, Kurt and Mrs. Ackerman? Go. Don't waste any time. That's it. You got 1. That's it. Idea. Bring it over here. Maybe your husband can help you. Get them all together over here in one spot. Come on, hurry up. You haven't got much time. That's it. Sure, you can kick it. I don't care what you do with it. Just get them together if you want to. Here, I'll even help you. There's one coming over there now. Come on, Kurt. That's the idea. Get the other. That's it. Okay, that's you got the other. Boy, he's got some idea here. What you doing there? Go on. Get this one if you can. That's it. Get them all together between them. Get them. You got 2 seconds. What? Oh, golly, I'm sorry you didn't beat the clock. The clock beats you. That's a shame. Well, in any event, you've been awful good sports here, believe me. And I want you to... I'm sorry. Rules of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Either they beat it or they don't beat it, and I'm sure that they'll agree that they didn't beat the clock. However, we do have for you, if you'll take... Which would you like, the brown or the white model? The Sylvania radio. Which one do you want, Karen?
The white.
The white. Would you take it out from under there? Just lift it right up there and help yourself to it. And take that along with our best wishes. Thanks for being such real nice contestants. Hope the kids enjoy their play.
We have Mr. and Mrs. Gilbert Bueller from Gloucester, New Jersey, and they're celebrating their first wedding anniversary.
Well, many happy returns, Mr. and Miss Bueller. How are you? Gilbert? Or Gil, I guess they call you. Is that right? When was the anniversary?
Well, it's going to be tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow, is it? Well, then we're beating the clock a little on that, aren't we? So we wish you many, many happy returns.
Thank you.
Do you have any little ones?
No, not yet.
Not yet. What do you do for a living, Gil?
Carpenter.
A carpenter. Oh, well, now let's see what sort of carpentry we can do. We have a little problem here for you, Kurt, rather, Gil, that involves something we have built from a carpentry standpoint. I think maybe you better take your coat off and hang it over that hook there because you're going to be moving around a little bit. There's a hook right there. See it? Gil, that's... Yeah, you hang right there. You can stay here, Miss Bueller. You're not a part of this one. You just root your husband on to a successful victory. Come over here with me, will you, Gil? Now, I want you to notice that I have here a little tractor, see? And it's got a cup and a saucer on top of it. I'll make sure that it's wound up. Now, this little tractor, when I push a little lever here, will start to go, and you'll see what I mean. It goes like that, see? That's the idea. Now, when I say go, it's going to go, and you're going to go, boy, because as it starts down there, you immediately leave here and go back there and pick up that saucer. Run back here, put it on top of the cup. Run back, pick up the cup, put it on top of the saucer. Next to the saucer, put it on top of the cup, and the final cup on top of the last saucer. All this while that tractor is moving all the way down that line. And you've got to get them all on there before it goes off the end. Do you understand? If it goes off, we stop the clock, and you come all the way back again, set them all up, and you got to do it all over. So don't waste time, boy. Take a look at the clock. See how many seconds you have. 55. What'd you say?
Is that wound enough?
You mean you want to make it tough for yourself?
Oh.
I think it's wound enough. You'll see. Are you ready? I'll start it off for you right here. You ready? Yep. Go. Whoa, that was calling real close to the line. You just made it by a fraction of an inch, I'm telling you. Okay, Mr. and Miss Bueller, fun enough now, and that, of course, means that you move up. You see what I meant by carpentry? You saw? Yeah. We're trying now for the $200 clock, you see? $200. Hey! The bonus is coming now. You stay there, Miss Bueller. Okay, girls, come on, bring out the bonus. Oh, my. Thank you very much.
I was going to practice before I come down.
You didn't practice this?
No.
You've been watching it at home?
Every day.
Have you figured out any theories about it?
The way the guy done it last week.
He almost got it, didn't he? Huh? All right. Well, to explain to those of you who may not have seen our bonus before, it's worth $500 tonight there, Gil Bueller. And what you have to do is this. Pick up the tennis ball in the saucepan so that it is remaining in the saucepan. It may not roll out. If it rolls out, of course, that's no good. You got to go after it again. Get it resting on the ground with the ball in it. Now, the only difference in the way I did it and the way that Mr. Bueller's going to have to do it is that I held it by the handle and Mr. Bueller holds it by this little string. Now, you may not wrap the string up on your hand. You can't use your feet or any other part of your body, but simply by having it free from you, you pick up that ball in how many seconds? 45 for $500. You ready? Go. Got to get it free here. Okay, there it is. Go. Remember, it's got to stay in there. Rolls out again, it doesn't count. Still got 20 seconds. Well, it was a good try. Of course, in any event, as I said, it's got to go in there and stay in, you know. If it rolls out again, it's too bad. It just doesn't count. And incidentally, of course, it's worth $600 now. Next week, that thing grows by $100 a week, and it was strictly a bonus. In other words, you still go on and try for the $200 clock. You actually haven't lost the thing you just would have gained. Well, that's a good idea. Well, now, where are Mr. and Mrs. Bueller? Are we all set with them here? Yeah. We got you all dialed up for a special reason. On the $200 clock, will you both come over here with me? Now, I want you to see, these are little bobos. You see, you've seen these before. I'm sure you knock them down. You know, they stand up again. Nose squeaks. A lot of interesting things about them. Now, what we're going to ask you to do is simply this. We're going to ask you to ride these bobos. You do the riding, as a matter of fact. You get on the bobo like this, and you can hold yourself on your hand, with your hands on the bobo, and then you can just sort of go along like that, any way you want it. You see, I don't care. Or you can duck walk, do anything you want, but you must be sitting astride the bobo. Now, what's the reason for that? You are going to make a bridge. Come over here and make a bridge, if you will. Stand facing this way, right like that, and just sort of bet. That's the idea. All you have to do is ride the bobo under your husband. Get the idea? Take a look at the clock, see how many seconds you have. 45. Now, you ride one bobo under your husband, you get off it, you run around, you come back and get a second one and ride it under your husband. When you've gotten two under your husband, then you make a bridge and you ride the last two under your wife. Oh. Got the idea? Okay, make the bridge there, Gil Bueller. Are you all set? You ready? Go! Come on, hurry up. 40 seconds yet to go. Go through. Here we go. You have to be in good shape to do this show, don't you? Well, now, Mr. Bueller, I'm sorry to say that you can't help your wife with this one at all. This is the jackpot clock that you're trying for now, and we always allow the wife to carry on entirely by herself. So if you step down over there, sir, you can hold good thoughts, but don't whisper any coaching. Now, if you'll step down there also, Miss Bueller, back of this curtain is that magnetic board, the jackpot board. The words of a famous saying or quotation all mixed up. Unmix them. Get them right so they spell the saying or quotation in 20 seconds from the time I say go. Are you ready? Open the curtain. Go. Six seconds. Almost on the right track. Oh, golly, I'm sorry. You had the general idea almost there. What it is no man is a hero to his own wife. No man is a hero to his own wife. But you did all right. You didn't beat our jackpot clock. It beat you. But you did beat our $200 clock. Come in a little closer, if you will, and let's see what you've won.
From the King Refrigerator Corporation, a compact 4-cubic-foot freezer, which holds up to 150 pounds of frozen food. Your King freezer, which is worth its weight in cold, will save you time and money. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Bueller. You have just won a beat-the-clock prize worth more than $200.
My congratulations to you, too. I hope you enjoyed the prize you've won. Goodbye. Roxanne, whom do we have now?
Bud, we have Mr. and Mrs. Ken Humphreys, and they're from London, England.
Well, hi there, Mr. and Miss Humphreys. How are you? Nice to have you. What do you do, Ken?
X-ray engineer.
Hello, Miss Humphreys. How are you? How long have you been over here from England?
4 months.
Are you living here permanently now?
Yes.
This is going to make the United States your home?
Yes.
Well, good for you. We make you welcome, and I hope that you like us as much as I'm sure we'll like you.
Thank you.
Do you have any little boy friends, friends of neighbors or anything? Would you like to take one of those little space kits along? Why don't you do that? Take one along for your nephew. That's the idea. Okay, now, Mr. and Miss Humphreys, we'll find out what your problem is on the first problem, and it involves a delicate situation of sort of balance and cooperation. You ever play soccer? You must have.
Soccer, yes.
Soccer. Well, come on over here. This is soccer in a way. Both of you, if you will, please. Now, suppose you come on this side of me, Ken, if you will, and let Mrs. Humphrey stay on this side over here. You step right over here, Ken. Now, here is our soccer ball, see? You can come in closer while I explain to you. And to make a goal in this, all you have to do is to get this soccer ball resting in the top of that little box like that. Now, like soccer, you may not touch this article with your hands at any time. And you may not catch or trap it between your two bodies, but merely by using any other device you wish, gently bumping it, kicking it, nestling it any way you want to, you starting from over there will kick it over toward the box, and you return it from over this side, get it resting in that box. Do you understand the problem? Take a look over my shoulder and see how many seconds you have. 50 seconds, okay? Ken, suppose you kick off over here, all right? Now, don't kick too hard. You can touch it with your feet, your knees, your body, your head, anything but your hands or your arms, okay? Are you ready? Go. Ooh, boy, come on, get it back over to him. Ooh, whoop, whoop, whoop. Very gently now, Ken, very gently, because it moves quite a lot with just a little. That's it. That's it. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. Very gently. Come on now. Get it back here. Very gently. Very gently. Just ease it over here. Come on, you still have 25 seconds. Gently. Very gently. That's it. Very gently. Come on, you almost had it. 4 seconds. See if you can trap it in there. 4 seconds. Ooh, she went up that time. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, golly, I'm sorry you didn't beat the clock. The clock beat you, and again, a couple of swell contestants. I'm awfully sorry you didn't beat it. But come over here because we have a little consolation prize for you. Did you pick up that little radio that's down underneath there? That's one of our fine Sylvania table model radios. I hope you enjoy listening to it. Thank you so much for being our guest tonight on Beat the Clock. Roxanne, who do we have now?
We have Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Hirsch from New York.
Thank you very much. Hello, Jerry. How are you?
Well, thank you.
Mrs. Hirsch, welcome to our show. You've been married how long?
2 months.
2 months only. You're an engineer, Jerry. What sort?
Mechanical.
A mechanical engineer. I see. Okay, we have a problem for you that involves a little bit of engineering. Suppose you both come over here with me on the $100 clock. Jerry, going to give you a seat. You just have a seat right there. Mrs. Hirsch, step over the other side of him over there, if you will, please. Madeline is going to give you a fishing pole on which is a wired hand. And Betty, you put down that fine selection of pipes over there, and we'll give you a pipe to hold in your mouth. That's the idea. Now, you may not use your hands at any time. And you may not use your hands other than to stand over on this side of your husband with that fishbowl. And what we want you to do is to maneuver the hand over so that it takes the pipe out of your husband's mouth and winds up resting in the hand, like that. You see? Any way that you can get it out of your husband's mouth without it dropping on the floor. Take a look and see how many seconds you have. 55 seconds. Are you ready? Go. Keep your hand away now. We've used up all our seconds and minutes. Can you come back next week?
Yes.
How about you? Will you come back?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. And I'm sure you can dig up an old fishbowl and a hand around the house somewhere and a pipe in which to practice at home. So we'll see you next week. You'll be our first contestants at that time. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed having us with you tonight. We enjoyed having you with us. And this is Bud Collyer speaking for Sylvania, hoping that next time may be your time to beat the clock. Good night, everybody.
This has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Godwin production. Produced in association with the CBS Television Network. Roxanne's Gown, a Hannah Troy original. This is Bill Bennett reminding you to tune in every week at the same time for Beat the Clock.